What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media, and in this video I'm going to be discussing Hulk being in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and just assuming that that rumor is officially true, what role would that character be playing in this film? Because there are a few different outcomes, some good, some bad, and some kind of in the middle. So I would like to discuss that with you guys in this video, and if you're new to the channel, I'm Nerd Media. I talk about movies, TV shows, and comic books all the time on the channel. Today we're talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day, but at the end of the week, we got Karate Kid Legends, and I'm going to be posting a review for that. And we also got a bunch of other videos coming this week, and we got a huge summer ahead of us with a bunch of new movies that we are all going to be covering on this channel. So with all that being said, stick around, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video, and let's dive right into it. Yesterday there was a supposed rumor that Hulk Bruce Banner would be returning in Spider-Man Brand New Day, kind of filling the void of having a MCU character team up with Spider-Man in his film. With, that's kind of not really a trend, but it's more of like an agreement that Sony and Marvel had to put an MCU character in each Spider-Man film just to kind of secure that contract that they have. And this is kind of just an inevitable thing that is going to happen with every MCU Spider-Man film, unfortunately. Regardless of if it's a cameo or not, I don't think it matters. I think just an appearance is okay. And I think personally that the Hulk being in here, I don't think he would actually be the Hulk, because you got to remember, I really do believe that Destin Daniel Cretton doesn't want to shy away from Peter Parker and the story that was left for us after Brand New Day. And just the way he's been talking about Spider-Man, it really makes me think that we aren't going to get a big character that is going to take away from Spider-Man in his moments. And I don't really think the Hulk would fit well into a Spider-Man film. So I don't think that in any of these scenarios he would actually be the Hulk or even be Professor Hulk. The scenarios I'm more going to be going for are just him specifically as Bruce Banner. I've seen a lot of people throwing this one around. There's a possibility that Bruce Banner could be a professor at Peter's college, and maybe they have a little bond there where Bruce Banner doesn't remember Peter, but they're kind of bonding in a similar way to where Tony was bonding with Peter. My only flaw with that is I really hope that we don't fall into the same thing of Tony giving Peter tech and stuff to use for his suits. I hope we don't fall into that with Bruce Banner if this does happen. I think that this is probably the most likely scenario, but I don't think, and I hope that it doesn't happen, where we see Bruce give Peter a bunch of different tech stuff to use. I don't think we would see that again in the MCU, and I really hope that if this is the case, that he's just a professor and that maybe he plays a role in the film but doesn't aid Peter in any way. One that I personally have seen some other people throwing around as well that I think should be the most likely for this film is maybe we have a flashback to Tony Stark's funeral at Avengers Endgame, and we see Bruce Banner interact with Peter, kind of comforting him since he doesn't really know many of the people at that funeral. It would make sense if we got that, and I think that, there's been a lot of people throwing that around. I've liked it each time that I've heard it. It makes sense, and the fact that it's a flashback, it really kind of helps in a way. Maybe we see Peter interact with Bruce and get that comic book panel that we've all been seeing online recently, and we get a flashback to it after that scene. But then I'm just going to circle it all back to, I think that another very likely scenario is that we do end up getting a genuine Hulk and Spider-Man team up, where we see Hulk kind of maybe Hulk out after I don't know how many years it's been since we've actually seen him be actually Hulk instead of Professor Hulk, or we just see Professor Hulk in this movie. I'm not sure. I really am hoping for one of the first two at least. And again, this is not a confirmed rumor, but we're just assuming that it is in this video. It's reported and it's kind of rumored going around, but with how many rumors we've been getting for Spider-Man Brand New Day, I don't know how much I believe this. I feel like the only reason that I do believe it is because Marvel needs an MCU character in the Spider-Man film, and that's the only reason why I believe this report, but still, take it with a grain of salt. We're going to probably find out within the next few months what this film is about and what the story is going to be, who the villain is. We're probably going to find all that out either with an announcement or through a bunch of set photos, since this film starts filming kind of halfway through the summer. So with all that being said, if you're new to the channel, you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and seriously, it means the world. And I said something you liked, or you were just entertained. So subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.